Hey guys, welcome back to World of Warships. Today we're taking a look at the brand new update 14.9. Wargaming's been on a bit of a roll here, giving us incredible new content drops, not only for people willing to spend hundreds of dollars on this game, but people willing to spend 10 or 20 bucks a month, even free-to-play players. And this update is no different. We're getting a look at the Bridgeport. I can't play it for you guys quite yet, but you will be able to earn this ship entirely for free this update. And I would highly recommend you do so just based off of the things we can see in port. You know the new smokes on the Burrows line? There's a main battery reload booster that works similarly. Interesting. Very interesting. Assuming you're playing the game semi-regularly throughout this next update, you will be able to earn it through this new Liberty Harbor section. So as you're playing the game, you're going to finish combat missions in random battles, ranked battles, and brawls for Naval Command or Operational Command. That's your more PvE content, as well as sending ships that you have in port on expeditions. By completing enough of these missions, you can earn the Bridgeport completely for free. You will complete this little diorama thing and get what looks like a pretty fun, interesting ship. I don't know. A long reload booster like that could be crazy. Alongside a heal on a cruiser at tier 8, always nice to see. This is going to be an event that you don't need to play both PvE and PvP. That's really, really important to know here. Assuming you're getting every mission out of the Liberty Harbor with Naval Command, let's say you don't want to play PvE, you do all the missions for Naval Command and Military Port. You don't have to do the Operational Command ones. At least that's how it reads to me here, which is really nice. That allows you to focus on whatever side of the game you like more, whether you like PvE, whether you like PvP. You should be able to get the Bridgeport. There's some other rewards here as well, but the main thing is a brand new tier 8 premium that you can get completely for free just by playing the game. That's the update for the free-to-play players. Now, if you're willing to spend a little bit of money, this is exactly what I've been talking about for a while, by the way. I love this so much. Something for free-to-play, something for people willing to spend a bit of money, and then, of course, they can still add their stuff for whales. But Lushun B Dockyard, the mission chains actually don't look too bad. Actually, maybe even a little easier than the Laffy Dockyard. If we go over here into our combat missions and over into the Dockyard here, it's really quite reasonable, these missions. If you're playing the game, you can grind these out relatively quickly. Notice you can do them in a lot of different game modes here. Hit main battery hits missions, I mean, just send a few co-op battles, things like that. Not too difficult to accomplish. Normal XP, not base XP. We like to see that here in the third week. That allows your premium time, any accumulated boosters that you have available. Slap those on a premium ship, and you'll fly through that relatively quickly. But week 4, that's going to be a bit of a sticking point, 40k base XP. Fortunately, though, that is not tied to any specific ship class, so just by playing the game, you should be able to make it through that one. As we get further along, I was expecting to see more base XP requirements, but these are just standard XP requirements. So again, letting you go through them much quicker, assuming you have the premium time and boosters. People who pay to play the game more will have an advantage here. If you're a purely free-to-play player with no boosters, this will still feel like a bit of a grind, of course. And in the last week, it seems fine to me. Honestly, it really does. This seems like an easier dockyard to get through. As a reminder, with these dockyards, you do need to buy the pass early if you want the discount. The minimum requirement here is 5,000 doubloons, which isn't too bad for Lushun. I already got the video up on this ship. Very, very strong destroyer gunboat. Not quite as aggressive as the Laffy is, so for me personally, I enjoy Laffy a little bit more. But I think most people will like Lushun a little bit better, and maybe just have an easier time playing it. If you don't get this starter pack, by the way, it's like 1350 doubloons to buy through each one of these levels. So it'll cost you just under 7,000 doubloons if you don't go for the starter pack and you manage to get through all the way to the very end here. Notably, Lushun is a 35 phase dockyard, so more phases. You'll notice that in the combat missions that you'll get a lot more. What happens if you already have Lushun like I did? Lushun B gets it into your port, and you'll get a new combat mission exactly like the Black Friday ships, but with an added bonus of steel. So if you already own the Lushun, you will, if you complete the full dockyard and get the Lushun B, you'll get this combat mission here, and that'll give you some doubloons back, but more importantly, you get 2,500 steel, which is pretty cool. Onto the battle pass or event pass for this one, just camos and stuff in the first line. Looks like Prince Idle Friedrich is available in the second line. Let me know if you want to see a video on that battleship. It's been a while since I've even played that one. Could be interesting to look at, 2,500 doubloons, and it's going to be part way through the event pass if you're interested. New German cruisers, wait a month, and you get these completely for free. So as always with the early access to new tech tree lines, don't recommend you buy into those. It's usually one of the worst things you can do. We also get a battle chat update here. Very nice to see. This is something I'm usually using a mod for, to just remove all chat. Usually chat's fine, but every once in a while someone mouths off about something that I just don't want in my videos. And instead of going through the hassle of editing that out, I just turn chat off these days. That's kind of why you don't see chat on in my videos. Reminder, 10th anniversary Grand Voyage continues, so as you're playing the game, you're just straight up earning doubloons. You can earn GQ Johnny, although by the time this video goes out, if you haven't played a single game yet since this event started, it will be too late. But even if you had a couple battles in the last couple months, assuming you play a lot now until the end of the year, you would have enough time to get that ship completely for free. Look at that, free content just by playing the game, guys. It's amazing. Blast from the Past, seemingly not particularly popular. The few times I have tried to play it, I've been sitting in queue for a very long time. Notably, I've seen some posts of people showing off that brand new ships are available in these older, seemingly older modes. Not exactly the game mode I was hoping this one would be. I know it's probably too much work, but I was really hoping Wargaming would give us 2015 tier 10 games where we had old meta back, including the ships as they were back then. Give me the old Montana Citadel lifted up out of the water, stuff like that. Maybe even bring back the stealth fire mechanics for Zao. I'd love to see what that is like. I really was hoping it would be the way I could determine if I had these rose-tinted glasses for the beginning of this game, and how I think the game was more fun back then, with more simple ships, less of these busted, overpowered, gimmicky ships that kind of lock you out of the battle. But unfortunately, that was not what we got, so a little bit less interesting game mode for me. And the other really important thing with this update is changes in the armory. We got a new carrier, which I've heard is absolutely filthy at damage farming, so that's wonderful. As a surface ship player, you hate to see that, but we see defense coming back here for coal. That is really cool, as well as this ship rotation. We have a lot of ships that have been previously in some really predatory events, Inchin, that are now back and available in the regular armory. And with so many of these ships that are now back and available in the regular armory for regular purchase, being initially offered in some of the most predatory, worst events Wargaming has ever put on, it's so nice to see these things for just a regular price. And so I had to go back and see what it was like when these ships were initially introduced. How much did they cost? They were obviously time-gated horribly, and now they're just in the armory. Sure, they may rotate out temporarily, but they'll rotate back in. And notably, these are also regular purchase in the armory, which has coupons. There is a 25% off doubloon coupon that you can use on these ships, as well as defense for your resources coupon, that's steel and coal one, or if you have that extra one for being a beta or alpha test player, that would be 50 and 90% off. If you're alpha test, it's 90% off a coal ship that you could have there for defense, which would be a good use for it, since 415,000 coal is a ton. Now, back when defense was released in that salvage event with Kitakami, it would have cost you like 760k coal to actually get that ship purely for coal. Gonzaga, when it was available, very briefly, a tier 9 for 35k doubloons. Ridiculous price, priced it out. It's an interesting cruiser, but now that it's down to 18k doubloons, pretty much, really nice. And again, you can use the coupon for it. Inchin was Wishing Wharf. Remember that? It was, I think it was over 300 on average, $300 US on average to get that ship, but it was gambling. You had to spin the wheel, right? Like, there was no guaranteed getting that ship. It was way more than that if you wanted to guarantee it. I think, could be misremembering. it's all just a blur of early 2025. It was ridiculous back then how many of those events they were putting on. Jupiter 42 was 8,300 dubs when it was released, direct purchase, but now it's 7,800. But this was, I believe, a direct purchase you couldn't use your coupon for, your doubloon discount coupon. So that could be useful to you. Reminder, Black Friday is coming up, so ships for doubloons. Some of the Black Friday ships will be coming back for doubloons, so you may want to hold off for that. Minagumo also in the same event was also available for direct purchase, but it's a little bit cheaper now, which is nice to see too. Monmouth was available for direct purchase as an Admiral bundle, I believe, for it was like $130 at its minimum. And if you convert that to, I don't exactly know the doubloon conversion, but in Canadian dollars, it's like $125 for 25,000 doubloons, which is pretty close to this. So a little bit of a discount here too. Nice to see it come back. And that's before you even use a coupon for it. Navrin also getting a small discount, but importantly, that ship has not been available for a very long time. That's the other side of these events, is it's so brief that you could buy the ship, then it's gone seemingly forever. Really, really, really happy that Wargaming is bringing these ships back in a more permanent fashion, as well as Picardy. Although no one should get Picardy. That ship is horrible. And before I go, got to mention the other new ship that I'll take a look at soon. Indiana coming into the game here, Tier 9 American Battleship. But this one is in sequential bundles, so very expensive sequential bundles, or an Admiral pack, which will be very expensive for a Tier 9. Not sure exactly on the cost of that, of course, but those are the new ships for this update here. Could be interesting. Mostly, though, Bridgeport, available for free for you guys to work your way through. If we go to the update navigator, Liberty Harbor will be available in a little bit here, so I can't say exactly how much that one is going to take to grind out. The mission chains could be difficult, but maybe not. Considering the combat missions here for the Dockyard did not look too bad to me. Really, the only pain point in my eyes seems to be this 40k base XP on the 4th week. We'll see, but if you're looking for a good update to play, seemingly the last 3 have all been excellent, including update 14.9. Overall, things have been wonderful lately. I am so glad to be making content on this game. It was very difficult in the first half of 2025, and with these new updates from Wargaming seemingly getting us new content for all manner of players that I can get excited about here, especially free-to-play and light paid players, I'm just really happy with the direction things are going, Wargaming. Please continue this, and my job will be incredibly easy as we go forward here. But let me know what you think in the comments down below, what you're excited about for update 14.9. And that's going to do it for today's video on the new update. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.